Hello, greetings. This is Zahra again. So I'm going to expose this religion, and I've discovered some uh, contradictions, some confusion that I felt due to these contradictions. And even the experts of the Quran, my religious scholars, Shia, could not explain. Surah Nur Ayat 33 and in Surah Azab, I looked at it through the Shia point of view from all sides and all this. However, this religion, I must say, is quite false. It is false. Islam is a false religion. So as the Muslims go on a dawah, some Sunni Muslims and some Shia Muslims feel that we are right, they are right. And this is the way, and this is the way to God and heaven and a good life, beautiful life, hasanatan. Wa fil akhirati hasanatan. Wa qina azhabun nar. To keep us safe from the fire of hell. And so give us a beautiful life. We prayed and prayed. And then some who are not even so much aware of my condition. Personally, I felt like in a Facebook group coming there and saying that they don't listen to music. So, you keep your laws to yourself, because I also tried to stay away from music. I threw or packed my cassettes, music cassettes, and put them aside. But in year 28, I was in such a condition that I could not say. And then a Shia coming and imposing his, lovers of Hussein or someone trying. So we have this thing of, that if someone is suffering, then it's their sin, or they lack something, or because previously they did something. The good thing is that in my dream a long time ago, you see, due to this religion, this is a false religion although, but Fatima Zahra, I was told, if you give this much money to someone, your grandmother maternal, so then I found this, that it is like you're giving it to Fatima Zahra, Prophet Muhammad's daughter. So in this way, when I was a Shia, these dreams are coming. So, there's a verse in Surah Tawbah, take alms out of their wealth for them and pray for them. So those who mix evil ignorantly with, we prefer the life of this world. Some of us like this. I cannot explain properly. I have no words. I don't have proper words for it. I'm going through a terrible time at this moment also because of some message coming about my grandaunt. So it's quite heavy, but I will still struggle. So please bear with me as I struggle, and I can't say this properly. I will be struggling to talk properly. Okay, so about my grandaunt, is coming, who gave a cancer and how it happened. And so that I will do a separate video on that. But I've got to get this. I'm itching to get this message through about Prophet Muhammad and the false things and the confusions. Because you see, I contemplated that Imam Hussein had his, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, the Quran came on their this thing, Then there are some people who say, why don't you be like Bibi Fatima Zahra? But why don't you husband be like Imam Ali then? You be like Imam Ali, and Fatima Zahra. Who can be like Fatima Zahra? When in Sermon 18, Najul Balagha, Imam Ali has said, there's no good in, even if reportedly there is some good in women, stay away from, don't obey them. So these kind of things, the ulamas, even the honest ones, have missed out. Or they, recently I heard someone saying that, someone commenting there, that this was, some ulama say that during the battle of Jamal, Imam Ali said this. Imam Ali said this for only Hazrat Aisha. So then you should have said that this was like, what do they call it? Whatever they call it, really it is. But he spoke about why in the Quran it says women half of share. Why in the Quran it says women half witness, one man and two women. So, deficiency in intelligence is talking about the Quran ayats also. Are those Quran ayats also for only Hazrat Aisha, or are they for all the women? So in this way we've got deceived by this religion, which is from the evil. Here in Surah Jinn it says, except messengers of his choice, then he appoints angel guards before and behind them to ensure. I'm not going to read that. This is Surah Jinn 72 number surah, and I've just gone through this verse 27, and I'm on now the verse 28. To ensure that the messengers fully deliver. Okay, except whom he has approved of messengers, and indeed he sends before him and behind him observers. To ensure that the messengers fully deliver the messages of their Lord, though he already knows all about them and keeps account of everything. And he has encompassed whatever is with them. So, and it has enumerated. So I'm looking at various translations here in Surah Jinn. The last few, the last and before that, before the last, what do you call it? How do you say this? Verses, yes? So it's ensured. And through angels guarding him from all sides so that he delivers the message properly. My duty is only to convey, this is the 23rd verse. My duty is only to convey the truth from Allah and deliver His messages. Then we have so many different translations. But I have for you only notification from Allah and His messages. And whoever disobeys Allah and His messenger, then indeed for him is the fire of hell. They will abide therein forever. And wherever Prophet Muhammad has made a mistake, correction has been made, we are told. So something that you did in the past, which was practiced, it was a despicable or it was nonsensical practice of the pagans. Surah Ahzab verse. So kindly follow me here. So what I'm trying, what I'm trying to expose here is what does it really, this false religion, and how it has duped us, how it has deceived us. And the Prophet has a stronger affinity to the believers than they do themselves. But he cannot be the father of any of us. This is also an ayat in the Quran. Sorry, and I also have a back problem. I just pulled a muscle going down, bending down. So, Uh, so the outs and all, the moaning and groaning, please overlook. Sorry about this. Huh? And the wives are the mothers. As ordained by Allah, blood relatives are more entitled to inheritance. So it talks about inheritance here. But if Muhammad can, pagans have done this nonsensical law of making their their adopted sons, giving them their own names and all this so they can inherit. This means that, but God has a better plan and made Fatima Zahra the inheritor of Prophet Muhammad. No one else can inherit Prophet Muhammad. The knowledge, it comes from only wisdom and all this. I mean, really, if you come to think of this, for so many years we concentrated, and there are ulamas studied the Quran, looking at it from every angle, scientifically, neutrally, not bringing their feelings for Muhammad. If even they were Sayyids, they were not allowed. How could they miss all this and not see this through this way? So I'm having my coffee also. And so, okay, so do you see the Surah Azab ayat? I could go through the multilingual Quran, like I did on my live streams Facebook, and show you. Sorry about my videos. They're not very up to par professional. They're very casual and all this. And sometimes this mobile, it doesn't turn properly, so I'm also not well. So I just, give you the raw thing. So sorry about this. Like if I show you this verse here, and it's not coming properly, I cannot see here that it is on the side or something like this, right? Turned upside down. Huh? So I cannot here there's nothing for me here in the video to find out. So I cannot correct myself because of this mobile thing, the way it is. So I apologize if the verse comes upside down or sideways on my videos when I upload them, then I find out. I don't check before uploading, I just upload it. Okay, if I go back to the commentary of what the Shias say about the Surah Azab, some of the ayahs that are in like I'm trying to find out, right? If I want to find out the confusion that was. I mean, how could Prophet Muhammad, for example, in 37 of Surah Azab, Surah Azab is the 33 ayat. So I looked at Aka Puya's commentary and all this. I've already done this live, right? Surah 33, Azab. Okay, all this commentary has come that Zainab didn't at all want to marry Zaid. Why did, like Prophet Muhammad? Then, okay, if we say that Prophet Muhammad gives you something, take it, obey him, then we should, Zainab bin Josh should have tried to work out the marriage, right? This is Prophet Muhammad saying to Zainab bin Josh. And it is recorded here in the commentary. It has come from our Imams. That's why Aka Puya or Ali's commentary, the Shia's commentary on the verses, to explain the verses, the background and everything, they've explained. But then if they've explained this, yet it doesn't make sense to me And how could it make sense to those honest, neutral ulamas who research first the Quran? You cannot follow it blindly. The Shia ulamas. So, okay, I'll just give you an example here. Huh? So, Zainab, a very beautiful young woman. Remember, why did Prophet Muhammad do this? Force Zainab bin Josh against her will and say, obey. If believers do not obey, then they are not. Where's the verse here? So the commentaries are up and down here, and I have to look at the verse. Before this is verse 36. So then I'll have to go back up. Verse 36, looking for that. Does it make sense? You are forcing Zainab bin Josh to marry Zaid, and this is in the commentary, so I'll have to go up and down and all this. Okay, verse 36. And it behoves not a believing man and a believing woman that they should have any choice in their matter when Allah and His Messenger have decided a matter. Allah, Messenger of Allah, is marrying as many as he likes, his own choice. Or sometimes we say, no, it was not his own choice. It was political reasons, but that was because Allah wanted it this way, and we make excuses, such reasoning we give for the Prophet. And so please open your minds, open your hearts to this nonsense, this false Islam. Then the Shia Sunnis, they think Allah, 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 worship Allah. This is like ridiculous, fighting on that. Killing the Shias. Or calling them, if you call them disbelievers, their Imam Hanbal has said that the Shias are worse than the Jews and the Christians, Ahl Kitab. Even perhaps the pagan, God knows, but what is this? Those Hanbalis from the Sunni sect, school of thought, would want to kill the Shias. What arrogance, as if they know, and Imam Hanbal knew this religion like it was his. We are the followers of Imam Hussein as Shia. When I was a Shia, you know better than the grandson of the Prophet what has come through Bibi Fatima Zahra. You know better than this daughter who is thoroughly purified with a thorough purification. Do your researches properly. So the Sunni Muslims have failed to do their research properly, read their own books properly, and the Imam comes up saying it's Shias are worse, Rafidis. How can they be Rafidis? We would say Abu Bakr, Umar were rejected. Jibrail came to Prophet Muhammad saying that, no, this daughter of yours, don't give it to Abu Bakr. Yeah, but Aisha can go and 6 years old get married to Prophet Muhammad. And so Rafi, but how can the Sunnis say that we are Rafidis when the marriage proposal was rejected by Jibrail? Jibrail came to Prophet Muhammad. This is in our narrations. Maybe in yours also. Check out Sahih Muslim, Sahih Bukhari, Ibn or Abu Dawud. Oh, the Sirat, and see properly. Created such a terrible thing. This, being so arrogant, bigots, against fellow Muslims, Shias, calling them kafirs. Enough. And then Shias are worse. Who are the Rafidis rejected? Then Omar sent his proposal to Bibi Fatima Zahra, and Jibrail came and said, no, she will get married to Imam Ali. This is the problem here, you see. I don't want to go into the problem of choosing Bibi Fatima Zahra for Ali. Okay? That is a Shia's problem. When Prophet Muhammad is a false prophet, and I'm going to prove it to you here, in a few verses, he's a false prophet. You want to kill me, you want to execute me, but I will not now budge from the truth that I have found here. It is totally unjust here what has happened in Islam. And it behoves not a believing man and a believing woman that they should, matter when Allah and His Messenger have decided a matter. And whoever disobeys Allah and His Messenger, he surely strays of a manifest straying. Zainab was coerced to marry Zaid. Refer to the commentary of verse 4, 5 and 28 to 32 of this surah about Zaid, Zainab and the Holy Prophet. Zaid's marriage with the Holy Prophet's cousin Zainab, daughter of Josh, was celebrated in Makkah 8 years before the Hijrah. At the time of their marriage, when she was informed by the Holy Prophet, she did not like the proposal. So her brother Abdullah bin Josh, and both of them, according to Imam Muhammad bin Ali al-Baqir, fifth Imam, our 12 Shia's fifth Imam. So all these narrations that Akapuya Ali commentary have put come from the Imams themselves. And then the marriage did not work out. Zainab felt she was of high position. So if the blessings of Prophet Muhammad are there, when Rasulullah wants you to marry someone that's good for the religion, we should live a religious life, like the Imam Hussein's wives were, right? So you get my point here. The marriage failed, and Rasulullah, we are told here in Surah 37, Allah has told Rasulullah, and when you said to him to whom Allah had shown favor and to whom you had shown a favor, keep your wife to yourself and be careful of your duty to Allah. Yani fear Allah. And you concealed in your soul what Allah would bring to light. And you feared men. And Rasulullah feared men. This is not Zaid fearing men. On one hand, you're telling Zaid to fear Allah, keep your duty to Allah and fear. It means fear. And here, you yourself are fearing the man, and Allah had a greater right that you should fear him. Now Allah is telling Rasulullah. But when Zaid had accomplished, oh God, okay, so now you, in respect of the wives of their adopted sons, you can get married and all this. Do you see this? This honest ulamas have left out on this reason, giving so much preference and fearing Rasulullah so much. And on another thing, our religious scholars, Shias do, is that we fear Bibi Fatima Zahra, the mother of martyrs, the queen of paradise. This fear has led them to not properly see where her father has gone wrong. We are being told so clearly, and they have missed out on this. Please read. And there's more of, you go below. Now you can't marry, but you can have as your right hands possess beautiful girls. This means Rasulullah was marrying beautiful girls. A verse after this, I think. And Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. What is wrong with these Sunnis when they say we go word by word with the Quran, and they also take the Quran very literally? Some things which are so clear, how can they say that Prophet Muhammad is like a father? Verse 40 of Surah 33. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, but he is the messenger of Allah and the last of the prophets, and Allah is cognizant of all things. He is only the father of Bibi Fatima Zahra. So these Sunnis also really, if you say anything to Prophet Muhammad, we will kill you, put you on blasphemy. If you say anything to our Khalif, Rashidun Caliphs, we will also put you on blasphemy. Come to Surah, you will say anything to our Ummul Mu'mineen, we will put you on blasphemy, call you disbelievers. Kafir, worse, these creatures, Shias are worse than Christians and Jews, or even the pagan idol worshippers. Imam Hanbal, or humble, very, very humble he was, really. So, you believe, remember, oh God, no, I'm trying, so there's more. There's salutation on that day, they made shall be peace. Yeah, very, very nicely put, how it has deceived us. This religion I'm showing you. 52, it's verse 52 here. It is not allowed to you, this means Prophet Muhammad, Allah commanded, Aka Puya says, this is the multilingual Quran. It is not allowed, this is 52 verse, it is not allowed to you to take women afterwards, after marrying Zainab bin Jashna. He's gotten Zainab bin Jash, the most beautiful woman, his cousin. I don't know why he did this. Nor that you should change them for other wives, though their beauty be pleasing to you. Has Allah, Akapuya, have the Imam said anything about this? Beauty be pleasing to you? Muhammad, Rasulullah, beauty be pleasing to you? Of course, this is outer beauty, not inner beauty. Oh my God, what a lapse. Except what your right hand possesses. Now you cannot have these wives all the time, marrying, for whatever reasons they gave us, for the good of Islam and, promoting Islam and this and that. What kind of people were we? Shias also. We don't listen to music, this, that, imposing your laws on us. इससे अच्छा तो वो खुदा कृष्णा है जिसने सांचा नाम तेरा तू शाम मेरा, जो गलतियां मैंने की माफ़ किया अनइंटेंशनल, इधर खुदा रसूलुल्लाह को माफ़ कर रहा है, forgiving Rasulullah for what you adopted. Again, is it the 5th verse of this? You are forgiven what you do unintentionally. And telling Zaid to fear Allah, Keep your duty and keep your wife. Oh, it was Zainab bin Josh actually who had a problem with Zaid. Due to her status in the Quraysh. Now stripping the Quraysh from their leadership and all this, forcing that poor Zainab bin Josh, who had a position in the Quraysh, pagan Arabs, pagan idol worshippers, what Muhammad did to Zainab bin Josh and what he did to Zaid. Who will be accountable for that? So we are just Muhammad, Muhammad, Muhammad. Read, the Shias should read. What is disgusting. That one. Allama Majlisi's Hayatul Qulub. They have not put that as their book. It brings out the filth of Prophet Muhammad's family, Hashim tribe, his grandfather. And when we made a covenant, so many times the arrow was pointing to Abdullah. Abdullah was not even the father of Prophet Muhammad. If you read properly that Hayatul Qulub, assert their relationship. And then we saw Hazrat Musa was also like God hid him, and so no one should kill him. Who wanted to kill him when he was in his mother's stomach? Where's my son? This is, and then Abu Talib calls him my son. Shouldn't he call him my grandson? Or my nephew? So there's some deceptive thing going on there. When you read the story, the birth and all this happening of Rasulullah, all that happened, assert their relationships to their fathers. This is more equitable with Allah. But if you do not know their fathers, then they are your brethren in faith and your friends. And there is no blame on you concerning that in which you made a mistake. Yes, it's Surah 5. Sorry, it's Surah 33 still, verse 5. But concerning that which your hearts do purposely, blame may rest on you, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. Call the adopted sons by their natural fathers and not by those who have adopted them, likely to misunderstand brotherhood. When will the Imams tell us that, okay, Rasulullah, there's no Rasulullah, I've looked into the Rasulullah made a mistake here. When will this, nothing about this mistake that Rasulullah made. Practicing the pagan, nonsensical law, pagan idol worshippers, of adopting son, making people witness at that time. You are Rasulullah. Why do you have to make the people a witness at that time? At that time you were Rasulullah, weren't you? Why don't the Shias question this? Why didn't they? This is like 1400 years ago now. It is written. It's come from our Imams. Idol worship. Makkah is known among the Prophet. Correct matters more clearly and correctly than the Holy Prophet. But after the battle of wait a minute, let me see. In the market of Akka, Zaid bin Harith was being sold as a slave. Excuse me. The Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. We are told that he knew from childhood that he is a Rasulullah. He is the Prophet. We don't believe in the Sunni sources that Jibrail came and cut his heart and cleaned it and all this. So, and if it is written in our books, we say, no, this has come because the Umayyads used to bribe people to say bad things about Prophet Muhammad. So, the Holy Prophet purchased him and adopted him as his son. The father of Zaid was a man of means. When he came to know that his kidnapped son, Holy Prophet adopted. You should first ask whether these, go and see. Was sold as a slave. He approached Abu Talib to obtain the freedom of Zaid from his nephew. The Holy Prophet at once set him free and gave him permission to go with his father, but Zaid decided to remain. Poor Zaid. Remain with the Holy Prophet. You have done a favor, so Zaid also did a favor and remained with you. First you're showing you're such a great person. Then what you did to Zaid and Zainab and Josh. Or you claim that Allah did it. The Holy Prophet asked the people to bear witness. The Holy Prophet didn't ask Allah to bear witness. We are told in Karbala when Imam Hussein, when Ali Asghar, he said, oh Allah, bear witness, Imam Hussein, what that witness is, oh my God. What only Allah to bear witness that his 6 months old has been pierced by an arrow, heavy arrow in the burning sands of Karbala. Okay, I'm going to end this because it's too much. I'll continue later if I have to.